and it works through your brain. And it comes from your mind. Your brain is electronic switching station. Guys, what is that creating power to you guys? Are you guys were the guys on the call yesterday? It's what I discussed, that the source, we're always connected to a source. That connection through our brain, to our mind, to that place is we choose, we have the power to select what we want to transform and what we want to bring to life. That's what they're talking about, creative power. And that creative power, there's two ways to utilize that, which 97% of people, this is what they use it. They use it, start thinking from the past, their old world, or the world they live in, or they look at their previous current results, and they start creating more of that in future. And instead of going somewhere new, to that new world that I explained, were you on the call yesterday? Making a decision that make that switch and say, hey, that's not what I want. This is not who I am. And I want to go somewhere new. And you start suggesting that, and you know what that new is. That's very important. You know what that new is before you want it. And that's what you're going to bring in life. So what Bob was saying, the present result and past results, your past and present result, you can intervene in your future and start thinking something new, and start bringing something new to life. Your past and current results should not determine your future. What you want, I said this yesterday again, what you want, you have to think about it right now, not what you see in your physics. Most of us look at what we see in our physics, and we think about that. Because what we see in our physics, we already created in the past. Is the past, it comes to pass, right? James Allen says, we think in secret and it comes to pass. Future is but looking glass. So what you see, you create in the past. What you want to see in the future, you need to start thinking about it right now. That requires mental exercise. Understand what you see right now, but that's it. This is a dead matter. Physical world that we live in, we're just experiencing here. This is the final, what we talk about this a lot in Business Matrix. The Saturday class is more in depth. We live in different dimensions. Humans are multi-dimensional being. The last dimension, our physical dimension, we're just experiencing what we created. So all the experiences that you go through, who's responsible for it? You are. So if you want to change something here, what do you have to do? You have to go up there and change it there. That's what we're doing here. Takeaways? Makes sense, right?
Bob finished in the video with before I speak, before you speak, I hear you. And what we have to understand is the conversation that we're having with ourselves is powerful, right? And then we can talk about the laws of assumption. You visualized yesterday, or you drew it out, that we have to live in the new world. We have to understand that we are already living in the new world and assume that, so that we can accept the new information with an attitude of gratitude. And as we move towards new things, we're going to be experiencing and putting ourselves in situations that we've never been before, because that's what we are attracting. And by us being able to assimilate that and slow time down to understand that things are moving towards the direction that you want to go, as long as you're willing to accept that information and you're moving towards that objective, towards that definite end, you will create.
Correct. And think about this. When we're talking about before you speak, I hear you. Because what you're saying comes from where? Your thoughts. Your thoughts are your most of the time comes from your subconscious mind, and those are fix is part of your being, fix in your subconscious mind, right? So what happens, I'm going on screen, Zach. What happens here when he says, before you speak, I hear you, this is not my iPad. I borrow it, by the way. Thank you, Autumn. Before you speak, I hear you, that means here, I'm separating the dimensions. This is 4D. You can't see, whereas your mind is here. And this is your body, 3D, right? Before you speak, I hear you. That means you're already, when you start, whatever you have in here, whatever idea you start impressing on your subconscious mind, whatever idea. What Warren Hill says, whatever your mind can conceive and believe. What does conceive means to you guys? And I'm going to continue this. Conceive, what you're consenting, what you're okay, what you're allowing to pass this line right here. That's conceiving. Whatever you conceive and believe, when it goes right here, you already believed it. It's yours. It's done. So you have two beliefs. One is you're constantly impressing your subconscious mind. You want to become part of yours, because you want to see it where? You want to see it here. Or you already have programming that you're experiencing already. So when you start taking action, guess what? According to your expectation and your assumption and your belief, what you want to see, right? When you start taking action on this lifeline, you start seeing things lined up. According to what? What are you seeing? What are these X's?
Ideas.
What you believe. What Andrew Carnegie says, any idea that emphasizes in your subconscious mind, it will show itself in most convenient way. Most convenient way where? In your physics. So so this is what happens. The reality is always rearranging itself according to your assumption and expectation, according to what you believe. Always. So when you go and see it, when you face it, you decide, you decided, you subconsciously or consciously, mostly subconsciously, you expect that. Whether some of us don't like it, it doesn't matter. The universe is always working for you. That word always, according to your belief. It's always rearranging a matter for you to see what you want to see. So before you speak, I hear you, that goes back to what? That goes back to whatever you're thinking and believing and you're conceiving. Napoleon here says, whatever you conceive and believe must achieve. He didn't say may achieve, should achieve, maybe achieve, must achieve. That means you are setting whatever that you want in front of you in future, but what you're believing now. To experience the life that you want. Most of us, every individual in this world is experiencing the life that they want. I'm going to say that again. Every individual in this world is experiencing the life they want. They might come back, say, no, Tal, you're not right. I don't like this. I'm not happy with this. But still, you're always fulfilling a desire. Whether you choose to what you want to fulfill, or your paradigm will do it for you. So everybody is getting what they want. Now that changed, right? The individuals that are coming and working on themselves are that they know there's more. They know that they want a better life. They know that they want to experience better, more. That's what before you speak, I hear you. So think about it. What do people say? They say, when you talk to them, they say, I don't know, I'm not sure what is going to happen in future. Or I'm worried about future. All that uncertainty, you know what does that mean? That means I'm allowing my paradigm, which I'm not aware of all of them, are going to determine my future. We're already predestined. If you're not deciding what you want in life, you're already predestined to go where? More or less, how you're programmed. Any questions before I continue the video?
He said every time is a new time.
Yeah.
That means you can make choice and make a new reality for you anytime.
Right. Exactly. You got to decide. That desire has to be much, much bigger than your paradigm. And you have to stop yourself every time. Stop. No, that's not what I want. I'm going to go back to what I want. Remember, you can decide. Your brain is an electronic switching station. You decide what you want to think about. You can flip the switch anytime you want. You have that power. That's huge. But very underrated, very underestimated.
Taha, yesterday I project a day on my way or the way I want it, but my paradigm bring me a lot of things. A lot of things happen, a lot of challenge happen, but it was old me was enough to put me down, to break me. So I was there, I was doing my thing, I was aware. And finally, I had really a challenge day, but I had an awesome day.
Good.
Because I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I keep put my vibration up and aware of my the circumstances was my program projecting there. So I was aware, and finally I had an awesome day.
That's the key. Who was in charge?
Yes, I was.
There you go.
I was.
And you keep doing the same thing, what are you doing? You're becoming a person. What he's doing, he's changing his state of being. When you start impressing, regardless of the circumstance and appearances, what you see in your physique and what other people say, and what happened in the past, and what your current result is, all this, factor all this. Without all that, you start impressing, no, that's what I want. No, that's where I'm going.
You're also controlling time and your future.
Controlling time and future. What controlling time means, you're trading the most valuable thing that you have that you can never get it back for your purpose. That's controlling time. You're trading. When we're thinking about, we're co-creators and we're transforming thoughts, information, images into reality, and we're always doing that constantly, 24/7. When he's talking about controlling time, that's what he means. He means I decide what I trade my time to what I'm transferring. That's huge. That's what it means. And when he's saying determine your future, that means when you start transferring those thoughts and image into physics, you start breathing life into it, or incarnating it, or however term you want to put into it, you're determining what the future looks like. Before you speak, I hear you. All is yours. Do not go seeking for that which you are. I'm reading chapter 9, Preparing Your Place. I saw you have the book. All is yours. Do not go seeking for that which you are. Appreciate it, claim it, assume it. Everything depends upon your concept of yourself. That which you do not claim as true of yourself cannot be realized by you. What does that mean to you guys? Which you do not claim as true to yourself, of yourself, cannot be realized by you.
If you don't assume it is of you, then you won't have it. If it's not of you.
Yeah.
You have to be in harmony and one.
Can't hear him, Tahoe.
Oh, can you put this, turn on?
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes,
kind
what I
of.
was saying is, if you don't assume that you are it, then you will never have it.
Yeah.
You have to be under the assumption that it is already yours and you are it, and be in harmony with whatever it is that you're seeking. That's the only way to be what you wish to see.
Yeah. What does realization means to you guys?
To me, realization would be the moment that you take awareness and you know everything that's going on around you.
Good. Anyone else? It's the key.
When you
Ernaga
take
says,
charge and you decide.
yes. Realization meaning that I'm realizing what I'm materializing. Realization meaning that I'm materializing the things that I want. It's coming. Progressive realization of worthy ideal. Progressively realizing, that means materializing things into form. Realizing here cannot be realized by you if you don't claim it true yourself. That means regardless of what's going on, Wallace Watless in his book says, think the truth regardless of appearances. Regardless of what you see, think the truth. What's your truth? Truth is the image that you want to materialize.